50/50 KOBO, please like and subscribe, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
50/50 KOBO, please like and subscribe, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You want to read this shit for me? This one.
This shit.
Yeah.
The differences between a front and behind the head overhead press. Is one more beneficial than the other?
Okay, so they both have unique benefits, but before we get into those,
one is more risky.
Yeah, way more. So a traditional front overhead press where the bar is in front of your head is far less risky than a behind the head overhead press. A behind the head overhead press requires a lot of good mobility.
I was going to say, you have to explain it. It wouldn't be if we all had healthy posture.
Yeah,
right.
If you
is not the case. Yeah, if it hurts you or you can't do it with good form,
don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it till you can. But that's a great sign that there's an area you need to work on.
Totally.
And it's the lack of shoulder mobility and probably thoracic mobility that is limiting you from being able to do that, which is an obvious thing since I think the percentage is somewhere between, I want to say 65 and 80% of the population suffers from upper cross syndrome. Mm-hmm. So if a majority of the population have the rounded shoulders and the forward head, well, yeah, trying to take a bar behind your head
without jutting your head forward and externally rotating your shoulders.
Yeah, but if you, because their form is going to break down, they're going to feel it in their low back, they're going to fall way forward. But that's a sign that you should work on that. So I was this person. Now what's cool, now that I did all the work of working on my mobility for a solid year and a half or so, to get into a deep squat, now the only thing I need to do to keep mobility in my ankles and my hips is deep squat.
Right.
That's what's awesome is that, so if you can't do behind the neck presses right now, the real benefits of being able to do them is it promotes good shoulder and thoracic mobility, and that's an excellent thing.
No, totally. Now, an overhead press is hard to do for the average person anyway. Right. It still requires work and mobility, and you take that behind the neck, and you've just, exponentially made the exercise far more difficult. Now, that all being said, just like Adam said, if you can do them properly, if you have good control, good stability, I love behind the neck presses. It's a completely different type of form. I feel it in different parts of my shoulder. I go lighter because of the position that I'm maintaining. The pumps I get in my shoulder are phenomenal. I feel like I get less of the front part of my shoulder and a little more of the side of my shoulder head press. I'm gonna go, the lightest I'll go with a barbell is 100 pounds. I'll go as heavy as 130 to 140 pounds. When I'm behind the neck, I go 50, 60 pounds and maybe 100 pounds at the absolute heaviest.
Yeah, I would definitely put that as an advanced, exercise to where it is something that, is achievable and attainable, and it does provide, value. Like it definitely promotes, a different stimulus for your muscles to respond to, and it does, help your shoulders build, in a different way. But it's going to require a lot of work, a lot of prerequisites to even get close to be able to be able to have access, and also to control it properly
through the window. And the key to this is the stabilization at the top. So when I'm teaching this to a client that I'm working on this with, is we'll start really light and we start in the Z press, we press and completely extend all the way up and stabilize up there. That stabilization with the bar completely extended above your head pulled through the window, we say, and that right there is a great place to start.
This is also why, I would do those like one arm carries and stabilizing like weight overhead carries. And then also, because you need to learn that mechanism on packing the shoulder. So not just reaching out, but you have to anchor that too with your shoulder blade. And so to be able to stabilize properly in your full lockout, being able to control the load, be able to decelerate it properly, bring it down nice and slow, and all these things involved, it takes some time and effort, but you definitely can build your way towards a nice solid, behind the neck press.
Well, and the beauty, in order for you to stay upright and fully extend to where the bar is above almost or behind your head and your arms in line with your ears, That's the only way it works without you falling backwards. If you press and extend all the way and you're the type of person who arches the back and uses your chest to leverage up and you can't pull your shoulder blades back like Justin's saying, you will fall backwards. And so it's a great way to teach those good mechanics. It's knowing that, trying to
application of it.
Right, getting clients to cue them the correct way to do the movement properly. It's one of those little trainer tricks.
You know who does a version of that exercise that I've seen done over and over again is Olympic lifters. You ever seen Olympic lifters? They'll put the bar across their traps. Yeah, like they finish this, like they're squatting, and then they press it up and bring it back down.
That's
That's
a move. Oh, you're saying if standing.
Because when you're Olympic lifting, they have to be so good at lining their body up straight up above their head with maximum weight.
Yeah.
They can full range of motion behind the neck press. When you get really good mobility and control, bring the bar all the way down to your traps and press all the way up. The pump you get from that.
Right.
But again, you got to do it right, otherwise you're gonna hurt yourself. But the pump you get from that is insane. It's one of the number one exercises that'll give you the best shoulder pump by far.